In this lecture, we will discuss the outputs to the process of develop schedule. As part of outputs, we have schedule baseline. A schedule baseline is the approved version of a schedule model that can be changed only through formal change control procedures and is used as a basis for comparison to actual results. It is accepted and approved by the appropriate stakeholders as the schedule baseline with baseline start dates and baseline finish dates. During monitoring and controlling, the approved baseline dates are compared to the actual start and finish dates to determine if variances have occurred. The schedule baseline is a component of the project management plan. Then we have the project schedule. The project schedule is an output of a schedule model that presents linked activities with plan dates, durations, milestones, and resources. At a minimum, the project schedule includes a planned start and planned finish date for each activity. If resource planning is done at an early stage, the project schedule remains preliminary until resource assignments have been confirmed and scheduled start and finish dates have been established. This process usually occurs no later than the completion of project management plan. A target project schedule model may also be developed with a defined target start and target finish for each activity. The project schedule may be presented in summary form, sometimes referred to as the master schedule or milestone schedule, or presented in detail. Although a project schedule model can be presented in tabular form, it is more often presented graphically, using one or more of the formats like bar charts, also known as Gantt charts. Bar charts represent schedule information where activities are listed on the vertical axis, dates are shown on the horizontal axis, and activity durations are shown as horizontal bars placed according to start and finish dates. Bar charts are relatively easy to read and are commonly used. Depending on the audience, float can be depicted or not. For control and management communications, the broader, more comprehensive summary activity is used between milestones or across multiple interdependent work packages and is displayed in bar charts. Then we have the milestone charts. These charts are similar to bar charts, but only identify the scheduled start or completion of major deliverables and key external interfaces. Project schedule network diagrams. These diagrams are commonly presented in the activity or node diagram format, showing activities and relationships without a time scale. Sometimes referred to as pure logic diagram or presented in a time scale schedule network diagram format, this is sometimes called a logic bar chart. These diagrams with activity date information usually show both the project network logic and the project's critical path schedule activities. Another presentation of the project schedule network diagram is a time-scaled logic diagram. These diagrams include a time scale and bars that represent the duration of activities with the logical relationships. They are optimized to show their relationships between activities where any number of activities may appear on the same line of the diagram in sequence. As part of outputs, we have schedule data. The schedule data for the project schedule model is the collection of information for describing and controlling the schedule. The schedule data includes, at a minimum, the schedule milestones, schedule activities, schedule attributes, and documentation of all identified assumptions and constraints. The amount of additional data varies by application area. Information frequently supplied as supporting detail includes resource requirements by time period, often in the form of a resource histogram, alternative schedules, such as best case or worst case, not resource leveled or resource leveled, or with or without imposed dates. Applied schedule data could also include such items as resource histograms, cash flow projections, order and delivery schedules, or other relevant information. Then we have the project calendars. A project calendar identifies working days and shifts that are available for scheduled activities. It distinguishes time periods in days or parts of days that are available to complete scheduled activities from time periods that are not available for work. A schedule model may require more than one project calendar to allow for different work periods for some activities to calculate the project schedule. The project calendars may be updated. Change requests. Modifications to the project scope or project schedule may result in change requests to the scope baseline and or other components of the project management plan. Change requests are processed for review and disposition through the Perform Integrated Change Control process. Preventive actions may include recommended changes to eliminate or reduce the probability of negative schedule variances. Then we have the project management plan updates. Any change to the project management plan goes through the organization's change control process via a change request. Components that may require a change request for the project management plan would include schedule management plan. The schedule management plan may be updated to reflect a change in the way the schedule was developed and will be managed. Cost baseline. Changes to the cost baseline are incorporated in response to approved changes in scope, resources, or cost estimates. In some cases, cost variances can be so severe that a revised cost baseline is required to provide a realistic basis for performance measurement. Project document updates. Project documents that may be updated as a result of carrying out this process include activity attributes. Activity attributes are updated to include any revised resource requirements and any other revisions generated by the developed schedule process. Assumption log. The assumption log may be updated with changes to assumptions in duration, resource utilization, sequencing, or other information that is revealed as a result of developing the schedule model. Duration estimates. The number and availability of resources, along with the activity dependencies, can result in a change to the duration estimates. If the resource leveling analysis changes the resource requirements, then the duration estimates will likely to be updated as well. Lessons learned register. The lessons learned register can be updated with techniques that were efficient and effective in developing the schedule model. Resource requirements. Resource leveling can have a significant effect on preliminary estimates for the types and quantities of resources required. If the resource leveling analysis changes the resource requirements, then the resource requirements will have to be updated. Risk register. The risk register may need to be updated to reflect opportunities or threats perceived through scheduling assumptions. See you in the next lecture.